Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the football. Welcome to Visit FPL. I hope you're all fine. Welcome to the Dead 9 Day stream. Before we start the stream, I just need your confirmation whether you can hear my voice properly. Do I need to turn on or turn up the volume? Do I need to turn down the volume? Please just give me confirmation so that we can get this stream started. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the football. Welcome to
in the chat,
Visit FPL.
if anybody can give.
I hope you're all fine. Welcome to the Dead 9 Day stream. Before we start,
properly, so that we can. Hey, Surfrose. Hey, Webov. Welcome to the live stream. Thanks for joining. So, all right. I got the confirmation. So here is my team, guys. As I said in the video yesterday, I did not make any more transfers. I have been thinking since yesterday I posted my video. Should I get Martial in for Grealish? Should I not get Martial in for Grealish? But finally, I haven't pulled the trigger as of now. So this as of now is my final team that I'm going with. So what do you think about the team? Thank you, Surfrose. He says, congratulations on the new channel. Thanks a lot. Hey, David Leahy. Welcome to the live stream. So basically, guys, the only conundrum that I had for my team in this game week was whether to go for the wild card or do I wait for game week 33. I have been considering it since yesterday, but finally I decided, just because I want Aubameyang in my team, and if I play my wild card, I'll definitely be transferring out Aubameyang, because after this game, if you look at the fixtures of Aubameyang, he has some really tough fixtures. Wolves away, Leicester home, Spurs away, Liverpool. I mean, I don't want to keep Aubameyang after the Norwich game. So that was the only dilemma for me, whether should I wildcard or should I not wildcard. So in the end, I decided that I should not be wildcarding, because I want to keep Aubameyang against Norwich, and I might even give him the armband for this game. Earlier, I'm confused between Jimenez and Aubameyang, but I think since I'm not wildcarding just because I want to keep Aubameyang against Norwich, I think I'm going to stick with him as being the captain. I welcome you all to the live stream, guys. There's 9 people in the live stream already. I really appreciate it, you joining here. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the chat, and I'll address all your questions. For my team, I just there's a little bit of a problem in my team, as I said in the video yesterday as well. I have Henderson and I have Baldock against Tottenham. Not the best combination to have for this game, but you see, I actually made this team, in this way. I was hoping that I only had to play just one Sheffield player against Spurs, and that would have been fantastic. And Leno would have been my keeper against Norwich, and Aubameyang. This would have been a really good strategy. But since Leno got injured, that is the thing when we make our strategies, when we make our future plans. You can't count for these kinds of happenings. Like who would have imagined a keeper getting injured like that? Mostly the keepers are the safest players to have in your team, just in case you don't want rotation. But Leno got injured. Weber says, thoughts on Pulisic? I think he's a really decent pick. If I wildcard, and when I wildcard in the next game week, I will definitely be getting Pulisic in my team. I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. Is it Pulisic or Pulisic? But I'll just call him Pulisic for now. So I think he's a really good option. The only doubt I have about Pulisic is his starting minutes, because Lampard doesn't always start him, but when he starts, I think he's really potent. He's got in the last 2 game weeks, Pulisic has got 7 points in both the game weeks. So it's he's a really good option, to be honest with you. If you look at his score, 7 points against Aston Villa in 35 minutes and 7 against Manchester City. He scored a really good goal against Manchester City as well. So I think Pulisic is a good option. I think it's a really good option, especially looking at his price range, 7 million. I think we should go for him. And on my wildcard, I think I will be bringing him in. So yeah, that's about Pulisic. Hey FPL Knights, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much. Surfrose says Leno's replacement. I think there's a very good replacement for Leno in the fact that we can just get their replacement keeper of Arsenal, Martinez. He's 4.3. He got a clean sheet against Norwich. If you don't want to spend too much on Martinez and you have some other keeper as well, like I do, I have 2 keepers. Emiliano Martinez is not a bad option. So you can go for him. 4.3 million, is going to be starting all the games for Arsenal. Granted, they don't have the best fixtures. If you look at the Arsenal fixtures, they don't have the best fixtures, especially the next 4 games: Wolves, Leicester, Tottenham, Liverpool. After that, they've got a couple of decent matches as well. And in 7 game weeks, if you get 3 clean sheets, I'd be more than happy with that. So a replacement for Leno can be Emiliano Martinez. And other than that, you can possibly, if you want a like-for-like replacement, I would look at Nick Pope as well. He has some decent games in which I think he can get 3 or 4 clean sheets in these games. So you can go for Nick Pope, or you can go for Rui Patricio as well if you don't have 3 Wolves players already. Jesus versus Aubameyang. Frank, the thing about Jesus versus Aubameyang is that Jesus didn't start the game against Chelsea, so we are not sure if he's nailed on or not. So at least Aubameyang is nailed on and he'll definitely start. So between those two, I'd definitely go with Aubameyang. Webber says, which Manchester City assets to target? It's very hard to say which Manchester City assets to target, because the thing is, both Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp, they are going to be rotating heavily in the coming game weeks, because in the Premier League they've got nothing to play for. I think Pep will start his the strongest team against in the FA Cup, and I think he's going to rotate in the Premier League. So I would be very careful going for any Manchester City players and even Liverpool players for now. So Rohan says Rashford versus Jimenez for captaincy. Rashford versus Jimenez. If I had to pick one of them, I think I'd just probably go for Jimenez, because he's the more consistent. Let's see how many goals has he scored in the past few weeks. He's been really consistent. But when I say consistent, it means 1 goal. That's it. He just doesn't score more than that. He rarely ever scores 2 goals in a match, so that's the problem with Jimenez. So if you see, in the last 5 games, he's actually scored 1 goal each, and he's got how much has he got? 5, 7, 8, 9. So it's a pretty decent return for an 8 million player scoring 1 goal in each game. So if you want to go with a consistent option, I'd probably just go with the Don Raul. But if you want a more explosive option, then I could probably consider Rashford. But if you are in a good place, in a good rank, you just want to maintain your rank, you can probably go with Jimenez. I think he's going to score at least 1 goal against Aston Villa. Also, a good thing is we might get some updates, we might get some league team news as well. So if we get a team news and we know Jimenez is starting for sure, then I think we can go with him. Surfro says Baldock or Lundstrom. I think out of these two, in my opinion, Baldock is nailed on. Lundstrom is on and off, so I think I'd probably, out of these two, I'd go with Baldock. FPL Light says thoughts on Tammy Abraham. Expected him to do good. Yeah, Tammy Abraham is a really, really strange one. I'm not sure why Lampard is not starting him, because whenever he comes on, he looks really sharp. I don't know why Giroud is starting, and I have no idea about whether Tammy is going to start or not. But if he is starting, then I think he's a good option, because if we look at the fixtures of Chelsea, I think they have some really decent fixtures coming up. Look at this: West Ham, Watford, Crystal Palace, Sheffield, Norwich. So up till game week 36, I think If Tammy starts, we can take a punt on him. Otherwise, we can all just go for Christian Pulisic. That's another option. Hey Zod, welcome to the live stream. So Zod says Son, Jimenez, or Martial for captain. Out of Son, Jimenez, or Martial, to be honest with you, out of these three, Son, Jimenez, and Martial, two players always troll me. Martial and Son, whenever I bring them in my team, they either get injured or they get a red card, or some crazy stuff they do. So I'm not really I don't really trust Martial or Son. So with a consistent option in Jimenez, I think you can go and captain him for sure. Jimenez is a good option. If you want a differential pick, basically, then you can go with Martial because he's in a really good form right now. But I know as soon as I get him in my team, he'll probably get injured or he'll start blanking. So it's not a big deal. Just a second. All right. So Chopanen says, would you bring in Pulisic or Doherty since you have a lot in the bank? Yeah, Chopanen, basically I'm going to wildcard in the next game week. So that's basically my strategy. I'm going to wildcard. So I'll have a lot more money in the bank because I'm probably going to take out these expensive players in Alonso and Van Aanholt and one of my expensive keepers. If you look, I'll have lots and lots of money in the bank. So that's not an issue. The problem is, I think I'll definitely get Doherty in when I wildcard. So if you want, and any of you are wildcarding, I can actually show you what kind of a wildcard squad I have in mind. So in a few minutes, I'll actually build a wildcard squad for you, which I'm planning for the next game week. Just in case any of you is wildcarding in this game week, or you're probably planning just like me to wildcard in the coming game week. Ishtiaq says, when are you looking to play triple captain? Ishtiaq, that is a very good question because I am currently just very confused as to when to play it, because I actually look at this fixture in game week 33 with Manchester United at home against Bournemouth, and I think this is a very good fixture in which to play the triple captainship. But unfortunately, since I'm playing the wild card, and I cannot use two chips at the same time, so I will have to skip this game week. Otherwise, I would have definitely triple captained one of the players of Manchester United in game week 33. But since I cannot, I'll probably look at some of the fixtures with like Southampton or probably like West Ham. If they get relegated, then I think this could be also a good time to use my triple captain on one of the United players. But if you want to look at the Liverpool players, Liverpool also have a couple of decent fixtures. The only problem is in game week 33 they have a really good fixture in Aston Villa at home. But again, I cannot play my triple captain here, so I'll probably look at either Burnley or possibly one of the United players in game week 37. I still have a lot to decide in that department. All right, so FPL Knight says FA Cup fixtures in the weekend makes captain pick a bit difficult. Yes, as I discussed in my video, you're right about that. Actually, FA Cup fixtures have come at the wrong time. This game week is going to be a long one for everybody, especially if you captain Jimenez, because he has the first game, and if he doesn't bang, then you are going to have a very, very, very long game week. That is the only doubt I have about captaining Raul Jimenez. Otherwise, I think he's a good option. Starting on Saturday and going up to Thursday, it's going to be a very, very long game week. So FA Cup is definitely something we need to look at, but we can't do anything about our teams just because we already have locked our teams before the FA Cup starts. So Zod says, I changed De Bruyne for Martial. I think Pep will rotate a lot. I think you're very right about that. I think both Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola are going to rotate their teams a lot. Especially Pep Guardiola, because he's trying to save his players for the Champions League. Liverpool have not much to play for anymore. They've just won the league. And by the way, congratulations to any Liverpool fans in the chat. I think Liverpool have been stunning in this year. They deserve to win. The only thing I'm happy about is that they did not go invincible, because I support Arsenal and that would have been heartbreaking for me. Otherwise, I think they deserve to win the league, definitely. Pedro says, do I play Nketiah instead of Mane or TTD? I think you mean Trent Alexander-Arnold, I guess. TTD, I don't know any other player. I would definitely not play Nketiah ahead of Mane or Trent Alexander-Arnold. I think you should go with the Mane and Trent Alexander-Arnold. So FPL Knight says Game Week 38 is a good time to play your triple captain with Manchester City playing Norwich at home. I think he's right. Look at the fixtures of Manchester City after Game Week 32, guys. This is the only reason why I am wildcarding so late. The main reason is because I wanted to get in Liverpool and City players in my team, and if I wildcard here and I get some Liverpool and City players, it would have been a really big problem for my team. So now here I can easily just go and get some nailed on City players, maybe Ederson or somebody like that. Kevin De Bruyne is going nowhere from my team anyway. So yeah, this is a good option. 36 Bournemouth home and 38 Norwich home. So these two games are really good, but just we need to look at whether City is rotating like crazy. Pep Guardiola is being Pep Guardiola again, because I don't want to triple captain my vice captain rather than my captain, or have him come off the bench for 5 minutes. That would be a disaster. So this is the only thing that I'm worried about. But City have some decent fixtures, definitely. Avishka, hey Asmit, hey Avishka, Elron, welcome to the live stream. It's great having you here. So Elron says the FA Cup should have been cancelled. I guess the more football we get, the better. We've spent a long time without football, but to be honest with you, the matches have been really boring since the restart. I don't know how you found it, but I've found football really, really, really boring since the restart. There has been a couple of good matches. Maybe Chelsea and Manchester City was good, and the other one which I liked was the Liverpool game. But otherwise, it has been really, really bogus. The restart. Avishka says Pope or Dubravka. I think I'd go with the Nick Pope, just because if you look at the fixtures of Nick Pope, I think he can get 3 clean sheets in these games. Maybe 4, but I think I'd count on him getting 3 clean sheets. But if you look at the Newcastle fixtures, do we have any Newcastle player here? No. Let me search for Lascelles. All right. If you look at their fixtures, they have as compared to Burnley, I think Newcastle have more difficult fixtures. If you look at their fixtures, Manchester City, Watford away, Tottenham, Liverpool. I think out of these two, I'd probably go for Nick Pope. From next season onwards, guys, let's not overthink our keeper. Every time we overthink our keepers, we get in expensive keepers and stuff. And look, in the end, this guy, Nick Pope, is sitting at the top of the perch. And he was valued at, I think, 4.5 million at the start of the season. So I think we was he 4.5? I think he was, yeah. So we should just go with a cheap keeper, guys. Always remember this. Store this in your mind for the next season. FPL Knight says keep a watch on Foden. Yeah, I was keeping a watch on Foden. Actually, he didn't start yesterday. So I just think that Pep is gonna be Pep again and rotate so much. He's gonna, make us all go crazy. Surfrose says got 3.2 in the bank, thinking of taking a hit on Grealish. Surfrose, if you want to take a hit on Grealish, you can probably go and get Martial, or you can go for Pulisic. These are the two options that I'm currently looking at, that I'm going to be definitely getting in on my wildcard. Pedro says, thanks Wiz, I meant TA. Yeah, exactly. Asmith says, I have Richie and worry about his injury, so I just hold transfer or double up United defense to Hea and Aaron. The problem with Richie is Newcastle have AFA Cup fixture as well. So we need to be careful about that too, because if Richie is injured and he starts in the FA Cup, because I don't think Newcastle have too much to go for in this season. They are just hinging on the border of they are in the middle of the table, and I think they're going to finish there as well. So I think I'd just be careful with Richie. But doubling up on United defense is not a good idea, because if I was to pick United players, I would pick their attackers. I think one defender from United is good enough. Giorgio says what is going on with the main players of Liverpool right now. Salah and Mane gonna play. Georgios, just like you, nobody can say what's going on with Liverpool, because Klopp said he's going to rotate a lot. I mean, if I can recall, he said that we want to go for the records, but I think since the matches are coming in 3 days, I think we cannot go for any records or anything like that, and we are going to rotate a lot. So if Klopp has said that himself, I think he is going to rotate definitely. Zod says, "Who will you captain and vice captain?" I think the captain is pretty clear. I'll just go on and captain Aubameyang. I was thinking about Jimenez. I still am a little bit in my mind. It's stuck in my mind. But I think in the end I'll just go with Aubameyang. Especially when you are live streaming, you should always make your decisions before you come on the live stream, because if you don't, you can very quickly get confused over here looking at different opinions. This is the reason, guys, I don't go to Twitter a lot when I'm planning my team. I only go to Twitter after I've made my decisions, because once you go to Twitter, it can fry your mind like anything. Yeah. So Webov says, I have Jimenez, Abraham, Pulisic, Salah, and Kevin De Bruyne. Abraham, not for captain. You can probably go with Salah. I think Salah has a really good record against the top 6 teams this season. He's never blanked once in the 6 games he's played against the top 6 teams till now. So you can go with Salah, or you can go with the consistent Don Raul. I think both are good. Yeah, both are good options, not a problem. Zaid, I don't think you should bring in Aubameyang, because Aubameyang just has one good fixture, and after that he has really tough games. I don't think you should bring in Aubameyang. Look at his fixtures, just so that you know. Just look at it. You'll probably make up your own mind that you don't want to basically get Aubameyang. Wolves, Leicester, Spurs, Liverpool. Arsenal. I'm an Arsenal fan, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna get destroyed, even by Wolves. I mean, how hard do we find it to beat Wolves since they've got promoted to the Premier League? It's stunning how good a team they've built in 1.5 years. It's just amazing. FPL Knight says Alonso versus Doherty. I think if you don't have another Wolves defender, then Doherty. Alonso is in a good form. Actually, he was in a good form before the season stopped, and since he's come back, look at this. He's got 8, 16, 6, and since he's come back, and I have put him in my team, he's gone on and got 2 points and 1 point. So yeah, I was free hitting in 31, so it was not really in my team. In game week 30, I got him for the Aston Villa game, and he got 2 points. I really hope he pays me back my faith and gives me some good returns. Son or Jimenez? Asmith says Jimenez. Asmith, I just don't trust Son, and it's my own choice. But I just don't trust Son, because do you really want to know why I don't trust Son? I think I have this awesome love affair with Heung-min Son. Where can I find this game week history? No, I just I can't find the history, but I'll show you what a love affair I have with Heung-min Son. This guy, whenever I get him in my team, he just always kind of blanks. See, I got him in my team. When was it, and what game was it, when he got this crazy red card, and I had brought him in my team? Just I can't figure out the match, but it was a really decent game, and I got him in, and this guy, he just went and just tackled like crazy and got a red card. So yeah, Heung-min Son, and I have the same issue with Serge Aurier, so I just can't recommend anybody to captain Son, but it's my own personal thing. If you want, you can go ahead and captain Son. I think he's a good option, not a problem. G-Rid says Oba seems most straightforward, but I've not got him. G-Rid, actually I made my team in game week 30, especially when I planning for game week 32, because I wanted to captain Oba. If you look at my team, it's actually built perfectly for this game week with Leno, In comes Leno, and it was a really good team, but damn it, Leno got injured at the wrong time. So that's the thing. Surfro says football seems an exhibition without an audience. Yeah, that's true. I just find football really boring. But to be honest with you, friends, rather than having no football, I would happily have boring football all day long. Rashid says captaincy. If you have Aubameyang, I'd probably go and captain Aubameyang. And if you don't have Aubameyang, you can look at Martial, Rashford, Jimenez. These are all decent options for this game week. Razat says, what about the Liverpool defense? I think if you have Liverpool defenders, especially Van Dijk or Trent Alexander-Arnold, I would play them. I think Klopp is going to start a strong team against Manchester City more than Manchester City is going to start against Liverpool, because City have FA Cup fixture in the midweek, and Liverpool are just, they're trying to prove to City that they are not giving up the title next year as well. So I think Klopp is going to go with a strong team in this game and rotate after that. Brian Clinton says, who should I start, Grealish or Mount? Definitely Mount, because he has the easier fixture. Yeah. Weber says Mount. Yeah, that's true. I think I'd go with the Mason Mount. So guys, here I just show you the kind of wildcard team I'm planning. It'll probably spoil my video for the coming week, but who cares? We are on a live stream. Let me show you the kind of team I'm planning for my wildcard. But don't tell anybody, okay? Hang on. So I just take out these players, and I'm going to show you my team that I'm planning for next week. We have to start planning ahead of the time, guys. Remember. So here I have Eddie Nketiah. You're probably thinking, what kind of a team is he planning? Nketiah. All right, here goes nothing. Salah. Let me know what you think about my team, guys, after I build it, because I am feeling really happy with the lineup that I am planning for the coming week. But of course, injuries are going to spoil my plan and everything. But yeah, this is the kind of team that I'm gonna kind of plan for my wildcard. I think you're gonna love it, and it might convince you to use your wildcard as well. See, I'm so confident about it. All right, Trent Alexander-Arnold, where are you? Right. Oops. 0 players shown. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I'm sorry. You're probably thinking, what the hell is he doing? I'm just trying to show you my team here. REA, Alexander-Arnold, Mason Holgate. I mean, I'll show you Everton fixtures as well. I think if you can, you should definitely get one of their defenders in. Look at these fixtures. Everton have pretty decent games as well, so you can get one of their players in for sure. So Mason Holgate, who I got Romain Saiz, and I need to how much have I got? 6.5, right? Just let's get Ederson out of here. Sorry, this guy Henderson, and let's get Ederson, and of course my favorite player, Stecklenburg, 3.9. How much? Oh my god, I've made a mistake. I made a mistake somehow. I don't know. Yeah, this is my mistake, I think. For now, I'll just put a cheap player in, but I'll just probably change it later on. So who have we got? Who have we got for 4.1? So this is kind of the team I'm planning, guys. I think I'll just change a couple of things. I think I'll just get rid of Ederson, and probably I'll just get rid of one more expensive player and get Pulisic in. But this is the kind of team that I'm going to be planning for on my wildcard. So the playing players, I think Pulisic is going to come in. Otherwise, I'm just going to play a 4-4-2. So this is going to be a really strong team. Who can I get for 4.1? Let's just build. Let's just finish it. So which defender can you recommend for 4.1? All right, let's just put anybody in right now. I just can't think of anybody. Williams, no, he doesn't play. 4.2. This has always been my problem. Just this 0.1 million has been, a spanner in my works so many times, as would have been for so many of you. But just you get the point, right? So this is the kind of team I'm going to be building, guys, for my wildcard. Definitely going to get Pulisic in here by taking out funds from maybe Trent Alexander-Arnold to Virgil van Dijk and Ederson to maybe Nick Pope. Let's actually just go and do it. Let's show you that. I'm just gonna get Pope here. 9.8, right? Now we're talking. But if I get 7 million, so I need to get rid of Alexander-Arnold. And I just got this all muddled up, but just have patience with me. I am so sorry. I just didn't plan this ahead of the stream, but I just wanted to show you guys. So I've got 10.6, guys. So you can just get 2 more defenders for 10.6. But this is going to be my front 7. Like 5. I'm going to be playing 5 in the midfield, and then I'm going to be playing 2 strikers. So this is kind of what my team is going to be looking like on my wildcard, most probably. I keep having some different ideas, but yeah, that's essentially what my team is gonna look like. All right. So what do you think about this team, guys? Rohan says it looks good. White Fang says when to use the triple captain and the free hit. White Fang, I've already discussed about the triple captain. I think you can use it in game week 37 with Manchester City, or game week 38 with Manchester City against Norwich. You can use it in game week 36 with Manchester City against Bournemouth at home. These are 2 great fixtures to use your wildcard. Triple captain, or you can probably use it on Marcus Rashford or some United player in game week 33, game week 35, or game week 37. So there are a lot of good options for using a triple captain. Just need to be careful about the rotation. I would always pick a triple captain based on the teams that have something to play for, like Wolves or Manchester United, Chelsea. All these teams have something to play for. I would definitely go and pick the triple captain from there. I would not just go and pick from City and Liverpool, because they have already just done their business in the Premier League and they've got nothing else to do. So this is an important thing, guys. Always pick your triple captain from teams who have something to play for, not the relegation team, not the teams who are fighting relegation, but I think the top 4 teams. That's the best strategy for. I think I should change my vice captain, right? Let's put it on Jimenez. So if Abba doesn't play, no, that doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. Yeah, but we'll get early team news, so I guess that's right. So let's lock and load. Yeah, I think this is probably gonna be my team for the game week. Just locking it for now. Razat says I have Arnold, Saez, Doherty, Lascelles, Justin. I think you can start Doherty, Saez, Arnold, and Lascelles as well. Yeah, I think you can start them. Justin, if you want, you can bench Justin because he has a difficult game against Everton. Otherwise, I think you can definitely bench Justin and play the rest 4 of them. Giroud says weather forecast saying shows a massive thunderstorm over Villa versus Wolves. All right. So what implications does that have for our FPL, guys? Do you think Jimenez is going to score a crazy swirling volley or something like that, or do you think that Wolves are going to concede a goal? But I think if the match is going to go ahead, I think we can still stick with Raul Jimenez. Not a problem at all. So yeah, this I think this is going to be my lock team, guys. I don't think I'm going to change much. As I told you, I have been contemplating Grealish to Martial since yesterday, but I don't feel like taking a hit, especially if you look at my my rank. Oh my god, I've had a really bad season this time around. But if you have a look at my rank, we were here at 587 at the start of the Premier League again. So we have pretty much made decent ground. We've lost a lot of money in the process as well, but we've made good ground in terms of our rank. And I still aim for the top 100k. If I can get in there, that would be massive, because of the way my season has gone this time around. And so we are at 236 at the moment, and we are really looking to kind of improve on that. And if I can get into the top 100k, that would be awesome, guys. But you see, this is my rank, so this is the reason I don't want to take any hit for now. But probably in the coming game weeks, we're gonna take some hits. It all depends on how the game week goes, how this game week goes as well. If we have a really bad game week, then probably just go all in. Sirish Puri says Aurier or Lascelles. Definitely I would start Aurier, Sirish. I think Aurier is basically a cheap man, a poor man's Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's an attacking right back who plays basically just like how Trent Alexander-Arnold plays. So if you have Aurier in the team, I think I would start him over Lascelles. Although Lascelles has a good chance of getting a clean sheet, Aurier can get you decent returns as well, attacking returns. So yeah, definitely. Out of these two, I'd go for Aurier. Along with talking to you guys here on the live stream, I'm also checking Twitter for some early team news. I'll let you know, just in case I get some early team news of Wolves versus Aston Villa. I really hope you don't have many Aston Villa players in your team, guys, but yeah, that's the whole point of live streaming. We get some team leaks, some, I think this is a pretty decent lineup. I'm just checking on Twitter just in case I get some early team news, thanks to FPL Rockstar, or there's a couple of other guys as well on FPL who've been claiming to be in the know and have been giving us wrong news. I just want to stay far away from them. All right, let's have a look at the comments. All right, so if you have any questions, guys, just let me know. If you have any doubts, if you have any comments about my team, do let me know as well, because I think my team is pretty much locked and loaded, and the only thing which I'm considering is Jimenez captaincy, which I'll just make the decision in the last minute. But what do you think, guys? Should I go with Aubameyang or should I go with Jimenez? I pretty much have my mind set to go with Aubameyang, because as I told you, I need to rise in the ranks. And what is the ownership of Aubameyang? 24 is pretty high, to be honest with you, but still, I think if you look at the ownership of Raul Jimenez, it's much more than Aubameyang. So yeah, if you want to rise in the ranks, I think Aubameyang is a better option than Don Raul. Girid says Sar captain. Ismailia Sar. To be honest with you, I don't think I'll just I'd take such a risk of making him captain this game week. Southampton is not a bad team. They are a very good defensive unit. Although they conceded 2 goals against Arsenal, I think they were very unlucky to concede 2 goals. To be honest with you, I think Arsenal were lucky to win against Southampton. Although Aubameyang missed a goal and all that, but Southampton had some really decent chances as well. So against Southampton, no, I don't think I would captain Sar. Not Fed says thoughts on captaining Doherty. Not Fed, this is the kind of decision which you have to make by yourself. I mean, Doherty plays Aston Villa. I think they have conceded the most number of goals this season. Second most number of goals, or the most number of goals they've conceded this season, So I would not be averse to captaining Doherty, but the problem with captaining Doherty is, like in the last game, he did not get any attacking returns, and if he concedes a goal, then you're probably just done for. So it's basically a risky move that you have to If you want a differential captain, you got you got a bad rank, you want to rise in ranks, I think you can go with Matt Doherty. Asmith says best of luck. Yeah, best of luck to you too, bro. Zod says Aubameyang. Pedro says last one. Kane or Pulisic for captain. Him and his vice captain. All right. If you have Kane, out of Pulisic and Kane, to be honest, if you want to go for captaincy, I would go with Harry Kane, just because I don't think Christian Pulisic is nailed on for Chelsea. So this is the only reason why I say that for captaincy, I think we should always go for players who are nailed on, guys. Never ever go for players who are not nailed on. Sometimes this might cause you a little bit of a problem, but don't go with players which you are not confident, because later on you're gonna regret that if they don't start or anything like that. So I'd just probably go with Harry Kane. Yeah, so that's my answer. Now let's look at some more questions. Girid says Stephens got sent off and McCarthy. To be honest with you, that's true. I mean, Stephens got sent off. I mean, if he hadn't got sent off, Stephens, I think Aubameyang would have gone on and scored the goal. So he essentially just saved the goal, but he got sent off. And McCarthy, oh my God, that pass to Nketiah, that was just so stupid by him, especially for the people who own him, and especially for the Southampton fans as well. So yeah, always go with a captain who's nailed on to start. Never ever go with a player who's not nailed. All right, so I'm just going, guys. If you get any team news in the chat, so just let me know if you are on Twitter. And I would also like to remind you that while you are on chat, please don't forget to lock your teams. So just go on, lock your teams, be relaxed. Let's have some fun. Let's chat some, but do go and lock your teams. You know, sometimes when you're on a live stream, you can miss locking your teams, right? Success says Saka or Douglas Luiz. Success, definitely Saka. No Douglas Luiz. If you want a 2-pointer, and then you can go with Douglas Luiz. If you want the potential to have more than 2 points, then I would go with Bukayo Saka. I think he was excellent against Southampton, and he has the potential to get an assist or score a goal. So yeah, definitely I'd go for Bukayo Saka over Douglas Luiz. I had him in the game week 30 for the double game week, and this guy, this is just crazy. He got, how many points did he get? 2 against Sheffield, 2 against Chelsea. Bang, average. In the game, they got a clean sheet. I was hoping for 3 points. Then he went and got a yellow card as well. So yeah, this is not for me. Just go for Bukayo Saka. Murali says, who are you captaining? Murali, I'm captaining Aubameyang. Just waiting for the team news, just so that I can make my final mind up. But as of now, I just gonna captain Aubameyang. I think in the end, I just probably going to captain Aubameyang. The only reason why I am a little, dubious about captaining Aubameyang is because they play, against Sheffield United away in the FA Cup. And if Mikel Arteta starts Aubameyang, and if he gets injured, and but that's the reason I have my vice captain on Raul Jimenez. That's the only reason why I'm having vice captain on Jimenez. Otherwise, if Aubameyang, I knew that Aubameyang is going to start against Norwich definitely, and not going, I would not even think in the slightest to captain him. Any team news, guys? Just in the chat, just update me. To be honest with you, I go on Twitter and I see everybody captain Raul Jimenez. It's just so, that's the reason I don't go to Twitter before I make my decisions. It's just so, it'll turn your mind, fry your mind going on Twitter. And I remember people on Twitter, they all captained this Shane Duffy once. It was crazy. And he blanked in the double game week. I think it was really crazy, just because people saw each other and they just convinced themselves. In psychology, it's called confirmation bias. So basically it was the confirmation bias, and people just because looking at one another captain Shane Duffy, they convinced themselves he was the best choice. for the double game week, and he ended up. And do you know that Shane Duffy actually captained himself in FPL as well, and then he conceded goals. I think he ended up getting a red card. It was really funny. All right. Any early team news? No early team news on Twitter. Only people going with him as captain. Alrighty. Just waiting for Mr. Rockstar with his guitar, but no, not yet. Alright, so if you have any questions, guys, let me know in the chat. Or I can, just looking at this team for this game week, I would like to tell you, I always like to, before the game week, I just always like to think what are the weak links in my team and who are not going to perform or something like that. I think Henderson and Baldock are not gonna do too well this game week. Probably because Spurs are too strong for them, or even Sheffield are on a little bit of a bad run. So Henderson, Baldock, my weak links, and of course Jack Grealish is the weak link. But I don't want to take a hit to take him out. Also, I mean, Kevin De Bruyne is not a weak link. Obviously, he can never be a weak link, but he has a really difficult game. So if you see these 4 players, I'm not expecting too much from. But then all the others, I think 7 players, I expect good points from them. So do I have some team news? Surfrose says thanks for doing this. Hey Surfrose, thanks for joining the live stream. It was really fun for me. I plan to do a lot of live streams, guys. Do comment and let me know how do you feel the live stream was. Like, did you enjoy the live stream? Am I talking too fast? Am I talking too slow? Like, just give me your positive feedback. Even if it is a constructive criticism, I'll definitely and happily accept it. No problems, but please be honest and let me know how you like the live stream. LV says, why Baldock and not Lundstrom? LV, I think it's a good question. I think Baldock is nailed on, and Lundstrom is not nailed on. That's the only reason. And they've got a match in midweek against Arsenal, so I think Lundstrom is gonna start that as well. I don't know why, but Chris Wilder seems to prefer that other guy, Serge. What's his name? This you see, I tend to forget this guy's name always. The new one which they got in the Burge, Sander Burge. I don't know why he tends to prefer Sander Burge, Chris Wilder. So that's the reason I'm going for Lundstrom, for Baldock over Lundstrom. Bruno says Jimenez or Martial. Bruno, if you want to go for a consistent pick, I would go for Jimenez. If you want to go for a high risk, high reward kind of a pick, I would go for Martial. So yeah, Jimenez will get you 1 goal, as I talked in the live stream earlier as well. But Martial can get you 3. Martial can get you none. So it's kind of a consistent pick versus success. Go for Pulisic. Under 8 million. You can go for Christian Pulisic. Even I think Martial is 8 or 8.1, I guess. But yeah, you can go for Christian Pulisic under 8. He's a good midfielder for this game week. Otherwise, you can, if we get early team news, you can also probably go for Adama Traore, 5.7. If he starts, he's not the worst options. But 10 minutes to go. As of now, guys, I don't have any updates or any live team news. But if I get it, I'll let you know. Zod says, who would you go for at the last 3 weeks from 33? Zod, I would in from game week 33 to 35, I've got 3 teams that I would like to target. One is, of course, Manchester United. Look at these fixtures: Brighton, Bournemouth, Aston Villa, Southampton. I would like to target this team. I would like to target Chelsea. I think they have some decent fixtures as well. And other than that, I would like to target Wolves and Tottenham. I think these are the teams that I would like to target. You see, they've got Aston Villa, Sheffield, Everton. Wolves are going for the top 4, or the European places. Make no mistake, they are going to give everything to get into the top four. So Asmith says Connolly or Hayden for first bench. Asmith, go for Hayden, because Hayden is nailed on to start. At least if he needs to come in, the 2 points are going to be nailed on, and he even got an assist the other day. So Hayden. Salam says, loving the lineup. Welcome to the live stream, Salam. It's great to have you here. Thanks for your comment. Yeah, Zod, exactly. Zod says, FPL Knight says Everton also has decent fixtures. You're very right. I actually did mention it on the previously on the live stream that Everton also has some decent fixtures. So yeah, Everton as well. Let's have a look if we can find an Everton player here. Yeah. So you see, after the Tottenham game, they've got Southampton, Wolves, not necessarily the best, but Aston Villa, Sheffield, Bournemouth. So yeah, these are the teams that we want to target, guys. Always go for teams which have something to play for in the Premier League. Manchester United, Chelsea, all these guys. Do we have... guys, if you are on Twitter and if you have any early team news, just let me know. Just in case I do not get any early team news, guys, this is going to be my final team, locked and loaded. No problems. Just click on save your team once more. And to be honest with you, I'll just put Lundstrom ahead of Douglas Luiz, because I just don't like Douglas Luiz anymore. He's just not given me anything in this double game week. I'll just put Douglas Luiz. Actually, no, I'll just let him be on the second on my bench. You wait and watch. This is gonna come back to hurt me, but that's all right. So yeah, this is the thing. Success says SA Creation says Oba will be on fire. Can I go for triple captain? SA, I think we've got a lot of game weeks to go, and really I have got a couple of decent fixtures to come for Manchester United as well as Manchester City. I don't think you should go for a triple captain Oba. If you want, it should be your personal decision, but if I had to do it, I would not do it, because Oba has not been in the best of form. Success says confused with Willian, Mount and Pulisic. None of them are consistent in FPL. Pulisic, yeah. Success, to be honest with you, out of these, you want to go for the most explosive option. You can choose any between Willian and Pulisic. Willian was taking the penalty. Willian took the penalty against Manchester City, so that's an additional advantage of having Willian. But you can definitely either pick Pulisic or Willian. Don't go for Mason Mount. I mean, he's just a consistent player. He'll probably get you 1 goal in one of these games, but Pulisic is more explosive. I remember a game in which he got 20 points against Burnley. Taylor, Burnley, or Lascelles? Pradeep, I will go for Taylor, because I think Burnley have better fixtures than Lascelles. Murali says, apart from Aubameyang and Jimenez, who else is captaincy option? Rashford is a good captaincy option. Martial, I mean, any of these United players, Rashford, Martial, are good captaincy options. Other than that, Salah can be a good captaincy option. Salam says, anything to replace Cantwell? Yeah, you can replace Cantwell with the Bukayo Saka. I think Bukayo Saka is going to start all the games for Arsenal. No Raul Jimenez, no Saez Dendonker starts. What the hell? This is a fake team news, guys. Do not listen to this. Just somebody is just tweeting. This is the problem. On Twitter, people just tweet nonsense all the time, and it's very hard for a person to stay away from this kind of stuff. But I don't have any early team news, guys. If you have anything, just let me know. Ranjit says Calvert-Lewin or Mason Holgate. Ranjit, do you want to transfer him in, or are you asking me whether to start one out of these two? If you want to start, I would. Who do Everton play in this game week? I just need to go and quickly check, because I don't have their players. Leicester is kind of a tough game, but I think I would go for Calvert-Lewin. If I had to pick one of the two, go for Game X says Jimenez benched. This is Game X. Do you have any credible source like Rockstar? Anybody telling you that, or is this some random on Twitter? Salam, Majid, Saka or Traore. Yeah, that's true. Traore is too expensive. I think Saka is more in the range. I have no team news, guys. This is strange. Nobody is giving us any team news, guys. Oh yeah, there you go. Rockstar has sent a message. I'm so happy. This guy is awesome, guys. The guitar is here, fellas. The guitar is here. We are gonna be getting early team news. Be prepared with your teams. We won't have much time. 4 minutes left. SAA creations, there is no hope for a double game week in the future. They're all going to be single game weeks, so the triple captain has to be used in the single game week only. Guys, be ready with your teams because I'm going to have early team news. Be ready, friends, all of you. I'll let you know the early team news as soon as I get it, but you have to be ready with your team so that we can make any changes. Alrighty. I'm waiting for the team news. There you go. LV says Rockstar woke up. That's true. This is the only real source, guys, that I trust. I don't trust any other people on Twitter. I'm just waiting for the early team news. 3 minutes to go. There's not much time left. So as soon as I give you the team news, guys, go and lock your teams. Yes, SAA, you can definitely trust that. This guy always gives the right team news. So as soon as I give you the team news, fellas, just go and lock your teams, okay? We've got 3 minutes to go. I don't want any of you to miss your deadlines. There you go. We got team news. Grealish, Samata, Davis start. Doherty, Jota, Jimenez all start. Traore is benched. So that's the big news, fellas. Adama Traore is benched. Alright. Jimenez starts, Doherty starts, Jota starts, Grealish starts, Samata starts, and Davis starts. The big news is Traore is benched. So my team is locked. Go and lock your teams. You've got 3 minutes. Do not miss the deadline, friends. There you go. GW32 has posted the team in the chat. I would like all of you to have a look at that team. That is the true team because Rockstar has posted it. Just go on, guys, and lock your teams. You know, it has Idhit, he has not confirmed about size. He has just given us the team news which GW32 has posted, but I would assume that size is starting, you know, but we can't say anything about size. This is the only team news that we have finally got, so we can only go on that. So yeah, I guess, guys, this is the team news. Success says Jimenez. No, SA, we don't have any confirmation about Moutinho or Saez. Yeah, Murali, my captain is Aubameyang. It's final. Vice captain Jimenez, captain Aubameyang. It's final. We don't have any confirmation about Joao Moutinho or Saez. The only information that we have is Traore is benched. So be careful about that. If you have Traore in your team, either, you know, he can come on and score as well. So if you have him in your team, you can trust him to come on and score. So don't hurry up and make some crazy transfers at the end. I think you can trust Adama Traore to come on as well. You know, so don't make any crazy transfers in the last minute. But yeah, that's the final team news, fellas. Guys, do let me know how you like this live stream, and do let me know if you want more live streams in the future. You know, it's hard to do a deadline stream, but because there's going to be so many people who do deadline streams, but I can always live stream on and off. You know, I have time. I can always fix the timing come live stream. If you enjoy the live stream, do let me know. Do like the video and do subscribe to the channel as well. You know, I would really appreciate it. I started this new channel, and the sooner we grow it, guys, the sooner the sooner we are able to do more you know, FPL stuff on this channel. So took my captain of Sar onto Jimenez. Yeah, that's it. That's the thing, GW32. I think that's the right decision. Sar, if he goes on and scores 21 points, you're probably gonna probably gonna tell me that I told you to take it off him, but that's the truth, you know. That's the truth that Sar was a risky captaincy. Jimenez, I think, is a more consistent option. Salam Majid says sorted. That's so awesome. I'm happy for you. Biswajit says yes, bro. I guess he means he needs more live streams. SA says we want more. Yeah, I am from India. Yeah, that's true. Let's have a look at the team news. I think the Wolves team news is out now. Let's go on and have a look who starts and who doesn't start. There you go. For any one of you here was asking about size, Roman Saiz starts, Willy Bolly starts, and Joe Moutinho also starts, Ruben Neves. It's the basic Wolves teams which always starts. The only thing is Dendoncker comes in for Adama Traore. Otherwise, the team is the same. So yeah, that's good for us. That Saiz starts. And what is the Aston Villa team news? I want to have a look at the Aston Villa team news as well. I just everywhere I see Wolves team news and no Aston Villa team news. I guess nobody has Aston Villa players anymore. There you go. I got Nyland, Konsa, Mings. The important player, yeah, Grealish starts. That was the most important. Douglas Luiz starts, guys. I put him second on the bench. Watch, he punish me now. He's gonna punish me now. Wait and watch. Hey, SAA Creations. Yes, I am from India. Yeah. So I'm going to be live streaming more. I just, even if not many people join my stream, I don't care. I mean, 25 people is more than enough for me. I just enjoy live streaming so much, talking FPL with other people, creating a community. This is what I enjoy, to be honest with you. So I am going to be live streaming more, irrespective of how many people join my live streams. I don't care. As long as I have one person on my live stream, I'd happily go on and live stream. So yeah. McGinn benched. Yeah, this is a news. Knight says that McGinn is benched. Yeah, El Ghazi is benched as well. But all the other, mainly everybody has just Grealish in their teams. Anybody who has any Aston Villa players, I think it must be Grealish. So he starts. That's Nyland starts as well. So yeah, I think it is the obvious teams which we expected to start. The only guy who we did expect to start is basically McGinn, and he didn't start. So I don't think that's a big problem, because I don't think anybody has them in their team. Khaleesi says just joined. Welcome to the live stream, Khaleesi. I'm happy to have you here. Show us your total points till now. You want to look at my total points? They're not going to be good. Come on. But I've not had the best of seasons. I had a great season last time around in the last season, but this season I've not had a great time. But I'm going to be here. Doesn't matter. Through thick and thin, good season, bad season, talking FPL all the time. That's not a problem. So these are my overall points. 1783, overall rank 236, 236,000. I've had a couple of decent game weeks. If you look at my rank, which I had, oops, it's getting updated. I showed you the I showed you the the points in the nick of time, because FPL is now getting updated. LV says, I like your videos, but you have quite a lot of competition. LV, you're right. That is the reason I don't live stream on deadlines, because there's so many people live streaming during deadlines, and I just don't find it comfortable to live stream and telling people to kind of choose between the different YouTubers. I think there are a lot of different YouTubers, a lot of nice people on here talking about FPL, and so everybody should have a decent chance. But I will try to go on and live stream more. Yeah, Khaleesi says doesn't matter the points, try to give good info. Yeah, Khaleesi, that's true. I always try to, like give a decent perspective about things. I always try to give my reasons why I choose a perfect strategy, and you know, why I choose a chip strategy, why I chose that strategy, why I choose a captain. I always give to try to give my reasons. So at least why I'm doing what I'm doing. Basically. Jirid says they're all sleeping now. Jirid, yeah, I know. That's the reason I probably chose to live stream today, because I knew that the deadline is more convenient for me to live stream. So I just came on and live stream. FPL Knight says having best ever FPL season, overall rank 4,000. Hope I finish above top 10k. FPL Knights, you should be thinking about the top 1k. If your rank is 4383, let's get you into the top 1k. Last season, guys, I was at this time I was like 10,000 in the world, but I planned a decent chip strategy, and I used my wildcard, triple captain, and free hit wisely, and I was able to get into the top 500 by the end of the season. So last season I finished at around 500 rank in FPL. So you should always be looking up. For this season, my target is 100k. Right now I'm at 236. If I can get into the 100k, then you know then I will basically I'll be happy with my season, as high as I can get possibly. But my target is at least get into the top 100k. So yeah, it's Ishwar. Hey man, welcome to the stream. Martin says Doherty captain. That's awesome, Martin. That's a really ballsy choice. I hope it pays off for you. And all right, guys. So I think let's it's time to go. Let's end the stream. And FPL Knight says, good stream, mate. Hope to see you often. Yeah, FPL Knight, I think I'm going to stream more often, and I hope to see you all in my coming streams as well. I really appreciated you coming here and joining me for this live stream. And all of you, take care. I hope you have a great game week and a great season in general. Please take care of yourself. The world is going crazy right now, so just take care of yourself, and I will see you soon in my next video or in another live stream. If Aubameyang gets a hat trick, I'm going to be very happy. All right, guys, take care. May the arrows be green. It's FP